What's up, y'all? Today's the day that I bring you guys this video. I had this video planned, on my list of videos to make for a long time now, but I just been kind of, procrastinating, never really getting to it. Today I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know about one of my biggest addictions, or one of my only addictions that I got. Terrible it really is, y'all. I can't believe it's gotten to the point that it has now, honestly. And it's affected a lot of people in my household. They hate it, they don't like it, and they're always telling me that I gotta knock this thing, man. But this is me, y'all. This is me, So now that I'm going to Spain in another like 2-3 more days, I figured I'd go ahead and knock this video out right now. I'm not gonna waste any time. I'll just go ahead and show y'all, what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. So the problem is I got too many motorcycles. Check them out, y'all. Check them out. Woo! Oh my God, y'all. What am I doing with my life? I don't know, yo. I don't know. None of these bikes are street legal. I got a bunch of bikes that I can't legally ride on the road, but I love them a lot. So I lined them up out back, y'all, from big to small. I'm gonna start up with the small bikes and basically breaking down why I got the bike, how I got it, you know what I mean? Basically every single bike I got, besides the ones that I bought brand new, I got like a really good deal on, We got 10 bikes in total right here, 10 of them. Oh my, yo. Literally, this is crazy, man. I can't believe that one person, me, myself, in this household, I got 10 bikes, yo. I could ride one different bike every single day and still have bikes left over to ride, yo. Like, this is crazy, man. Let's get right into it, y'all. So these two bikes right here are the Coleman CT200s. I just got these, actually. I got a really good deal on them, yo. It was some lady selling them. Her little sons didn't like them or whatever, and they was getting in trouble with the HOA in the neighborhood from riding these joints. So she sold them. These joints cost like $700 each, brand spanking new or more. And I got both of these joints for like, I think it was like $450, $500. You know what I mean? So like, it was like $250 for each one. Jesus deal, yo. Jesus deal. I took it to my homie Ortiz Jr. and he hooked it up, y'all. He put the new air filter, basically the stage 1 kit with the exhaust on the side. If you let these bikes sit and idle, this joint to be like shaking like a Harley, yo. I like them a lot. And then when you let off the gas, it be backfiring a lot. So these joints, these little dope little bikes, you know what I mean? But now that we got them all hooked up now, they don't got really good gas mileage. I think I got like 20-30 minutes on one full tank. Maybe I gotta make the tank bigger or something. But really, I think it's the backfiring of the exhaust, the flames coming out the pipe that makes it not so good on gas. But they're little fun little bikes to ride, yo. It's Coleman CT200s, y'all. These things are tanks. And this bike right here is the Suzuki little 2-stroke old school joint. I can't remember the exact year and whatever the name of it is. If you guys know, leave it in the comments. I think it's like a DRZ or D something. 2-stroke little 50cc bike it is. And it's got a wild looking pipe. This is my uncle's little motorcycle. That's my uncle that got me into racing and riding and everything, getting busy like how I am, to this day. And, he passed away, a couple years ago. So my aunt gave me this bike. This was originally from my little cousin, his little son. But I guess he's not that into riding motorcycles. So they gave me this to fix up and, make it look nice. And, I haven't started on this project yet, but when I get back from Spain, I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. All I did right now so far is just put air in the tires. I gotta check if there's oil inside the engine because the gas tank was completely empty. Probably either got a new tank or did that to protect, the thing from clogging up the carb. Because, these 2-strokes are really like finicky, you know what I mean? That's why I got all 4-strokes pretty much. But this bike right here, I got in the middle of nowhere. I think I was in like Tucson area or whatever, but I was driving for miles and miles and miles. I mean, y'all, I was driving so long down this one-way road, one-way going and coming. It was like 10 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night. It was pitch black outside and I couldn't barely see nothing. All I saw was my headlights barely, showing the road ahead of me. And I was on that road for a long time, yo. And then I finally got to this sketchy little greasy gas station. And the dude that was supposed to meet me there was like 30 minutes late, man. And then come to find out, it was a little kid that was coming up there with his dad to sell this little mini bike right here, the little Honda CRF50. I had some issues with it, it was leaking gas and a couple little things. This is back before everybody wanted like $2,000 for their little CRF50, man. So I got this joint for $500. They wanted like $550, $600. I told them, yo, man, $500, I'm out, man. I done rode all the time. Y'all had me waiting and, the bike's leaking gas. You ain't tell me about that, you know what I mean? So I told them $500 and they was like, nah, we can't. And I was walking away. I was like, all right, man, see ya. And then they was like, no, come back. Okay, $500. And I said, cha-ching, yeah. So I got it. I got this little 50cc from over there in the sketchy area. And what's wild is that I have my Yamaha R6 freight on the back of the Sequoia, my truck, on the back of the trailer. So I was in that sketchy area, like middle of nowhere, crackheads, walk my type, I mean, I ain't scared of no crackheads, but I was just like, I don't want to have this expensive bike get took or nothing, robbed out this joint. But that's how I got this bike right here, you know what I mean? This is a cool little bike. I went ahead and upgraded it with the $100 little adult shock, so it's a little bit more stiff in the rear, you know, make it look clean and everything. Runs good. I got the little sticker kit on it, and that's basically it, with the little scooter tires, cheap scooter tires. That's basically it. I use this bike typically to teach little kids in my classes that I teach, Built to Win Riders Academy. As you can see, I got all pretty much, you know, these line of bikes right here in the same sticker kit. I teach people how to drag knee, get comfortable on motorcycles, how to pop wheelies. That's basically what I do. And then this right here is XR70. 50 store really ain't that crazy, which is a sketchy area, but this 70 was a wild story, y'all. So the 70 I bought pretty much in Compton. It was an area, I think, really close to Compton, or like inside of Compton, somewhere like that. And it was a dude with a bunch of tattoos selling it. He said he just had it sitting inside this little apartment building, little joint, whatever, for a while, for years. And they ain't been riding as little kids or whatever, so he was selling it. And I wasn't able to beat him down on the price. I tried in person, you know, but he didn't want to take no less than 1,000 flat. So I was like, all right, gave him the dough. He gave me a little bill of sale or whatever, little papers or whatever. And I took off on the sidewalk, you know, pop a little wheelie, you know, I mean, get a little busy. And then I let the front wheel down, and, you know, was riding for another 2-3 seconds. And then as I took it was a left and then a right turn on the sidewalk. It was a bunch of dirt on the floor of the sidewalk. This bike's nice and dialed in now. It was like a junky bike before, y'all. The brakes barely work, ball tires. So as I take the turn, I hit the front brake a little bit to slow down, and it just locks up right away, like a little boom, and it just skirt, and the front wheel, you know, slid, boom, and I put my hand out to, you know, brace myself from the ground. As I put my hand down, my right elbow got dislocated. It popped out of socket, and I didn't realize it until I got up. And I was like, oh, my thing, I feel a little weird. And my friend was like, yo, your joint's dislocated. Look at your elbow. And I was like, oh my God, yo. This is the last thing I wanted to happen out in Cali, you know what I mean? I got a rental car. So we got some people throw the little 70, help throw the little 70 in the back of the rental car. I had like a little Range Rover, one of the small joints, Discoveries, that I was renting. And from Arizona, and I threw it in the back of that joint. Well, I didn't throw it in there. I was like having cold, what do you call that, cold flashes, when you be sweating a lot, but you feel really cold. But it's weird, yo, because I'm a tough dude, man. I done broke bones before, you know, held my arm, like kind of like, oh, I think that joint broke, yo, and then just go to the hospital like I'm good. So this one was really weird because I dislocated the thing, and I wasn't geeking out my head or nothing. It was just like my body was in shock or something. It was weird. So I was sitting down in the seat, really cold or whatever. I had road rash all over me and stuff. I think I got a picture too, y'all. I'm gonna put the picture up on the screen right now of me holding my arm in front of the hospital, y'all. So basically I went to the hospital 2 seconds after I bought it, dislocated my elbow. This was like in the heart of COVID, like the middle of COVID, like when it was just starting to, you know, get numbers was increasing and stuff. So I'm sitting in this chair in the picture that y'all just saw, and there's a lady sitting right across the door right in front of me. She messed around, had a bag, was throwing up in the bag, coughing a bunch. I was holding my arm out that joint, you know, like I'm about to be in here with my dislocated elbow, get COVID and die on this bed, in that hospital bed, yo. This is it. This is how I'm gonna go out, yo, with a dislocated elbow and in the hospital, man. I was geeking out, yo. That had me more freaked out than the actual elbow. I was like, elbow, it's whatever. They ended up putting my elbow back the same night or whatever, and they had me under like amnesia, whatever you call that stuff. Got out that same night. I had to drive all the way back from California, 6.5 hours or something like that with a dislocate. Well, they popped it back in, but that joint was hurting, yo. I thought when you dislocate, because I broke bones before, but I never dislocated nothing, so I thought when you dislocate something, you just pop it back in and you're good, like it's back to normal, like you back to regular life. Nah, yo, that joint hurt like for weeks and weeks and weeks, as if I had broken or something. Like it was like sensitive, like that joint hurt. You know what I mean? I thought I was all right, I'll be able to use it or whatever. Nah, yo, it wasn't like that. So that's how I got the little 70, y'all. You know, crazy story that not a lot of people know. Oh, and then this little arm right here, I was popping wheelies in the neighborhood one night, and I saw this on the ground, and I picked it up, and I was like, oh, this fits right on the little joint right there. So I kept it on there. And like I said, I got the scooter tires on here. I wrapped this around the exhaust, kind of Mad Max looking, because the exhaust cover thing, I gotta find the screws to it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't do nothing to this basically, but just pop wheelies and crash it. I changed the handlebars because the handlebars were all bent in like cafe racer bars. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Oh, and by the way, just so you guys know, this is the 2008 CRF 50. This is the 2003 XR70. This CRF 125 is a 2016 that I believe we bought at the end of 2016 or something like that, to where they had like $200-300 discounted off of the price. I think out the door the trade was like $2,800 or something like that. And this is the bike that I use in my classes, the main bike that I use to teach people how to drag knee, how to ride motorcycles safer, you know, how to get busy, you know what I mean? Dragging knee, you know, braking and all that. And I got the sticker kit on this one. Basically, the only thing from stock that I've changed on this bike, because it came as a dirt bike, is the 12-inch rims that we got, the Mitas 12-inch tires. The handlebars I changed because they were bent all in like cafe racer bars, and all the riders that were riding on the bike, you know, like a year or so ago were like, Robert, the handlebars are all bent in. They kept on complaining like, oh, it feels like, you know, it's difficult. I was like, yeah, whatever, keep riding, yo. Stop making excuses. And then I got on it one time to pop wheelies around my neighborhood, you know, just for fun. And then I was like, whoa, what the heck? This joint's all janked up. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and stop being cheap and buy some new handlebars. So I bought the new handlebars. These things are holding up solid. Pro tapers. I got these Moose Guard racing joints or whatever. These are really solid too, because the ones on this bike, these cheaper ones, they suck. If you crash a lot, they suck. And basically that's it, y'all. So I got new handlebars, handlebar guards, changed the tires, and put the sticker kit on there. And I changed the seat cover a couple times because it keeps getting janked up like that. But I actually got to change it again. But that's pretty much it, y'all. Everything else is stock. All I do was put gas in this bike, change the oil occasionally, and let people crash it in my classes. So after that bike, we got the XR100. This is a 2001 XR100. And yeah, I love this little bike. These joints bring back a lot of memories of me riding in Spain when I was riding in Mallorca, Spain on the XR100. When I first went out there for the first time, you know, got a lot of memories on bikes like this, yo. These old XR100s. I like them a lot. All right, y'all, so after the XR100, we got my Mad Labs. This is the animal, yo. CRF 150R, it is. Jim at Mad Labs does a great job, yo, a crazy good job building these 150s, man. He's the man. So Jim got this bike as a dirt bike, basically, and, you know, built it up from the ground up, you know, with the necessary parts, you know what I mean? So the carb work he does to make sure this thing cranks up first kick every time and idles good and everything, because I had a 150 before and it was always kick using this little hot start thing or whatever, and still wouldn't start, you know what I mean? Like I remember sitting on the grid before, you know, kicking the life out of my bike and it wouldn't start. Everybody's looking at me waiting to go on the grid. My bike's, you know, just barely cranks up, then it hurt me, waited flag, but I'm tired, you know, physically they're breathing heavy because I didn't kick my bike 50 times to get it to start, so they didn't tell me to get off the racetrack. Like, and you can see joints running perfect, yo. So literally I had this inside my house cold, you know, like with the AC on and everything. Take it outside my house, I mean the engine's dead cold and cranks right up first kick, always, y'all. So we got the Moose racing guards on this too. He hooks up the suspension. Basically, I got these protector slider joints on the rear and the front axles. I got the 17-inch rims, 17s or 12s you can get. You got two options, you know what I mean? I just recently switched to the 17s, but I got the 12-inch rims in Spain on my 150. If you guys see those videos too. Basically, yeah, I just got a motor refresh recently, and this bike's an animal, man. This thing's dope, you know what I mean? I like it a lot. Heading over here, we're checking out the CBR 600 RR. If you guys see my other videos, my older videos, you know that my homeboy Modesto, he sold me this bike, man. He gave me the Jesus deal on this bike, yo. Modesto was cool, yo. He always would comment on my YouTube videos and on my Instagram stuff, you know what I mean? Then actually I got a video in his garage showing all his bikes before we ended up selling all of them and stuff. He was a cool dude, man. He ended up passing away, you know, a couple months ago. But he's a cool dude, yo. He wanted me to ride this bike and do some figure eights on it and stuff and get busy. He was like, I want to see you ride this thing, man, you know? I got this for a really good deal too. Runs perfectly, you know, rides good. I just got whatever tires that he put on there, you know what I mean? So it's nothing fancy done at all to this bike. Just suspension work a little bit is what he had told me, and got like the quick release gas cap or whatever, and the sliders and stuff. Basically everything you need, you know, to crash the bike. Coming over here, y'all, last but not least, is the most beautiful bike I've ever owned in my life, y'all. Look at this baby, man. 2018 Yamaha R6, y'all. I know you're probably wondering, why does it say Suzuki GSXR? This is the same joint that I used to have on my first motorcycle, my first street bike on the street. You know, when I was 15 and a half, 16, riding back and forth to school. And I always liked this joint right here, so I put it on this bike. We got slicks on this joint, slick tires. We had some dudes, you know, build this joint too, you know, from stock to race mode or whatever. And my homie Gino Customs painted this joint, yo. He is the man when it comes to paint jobs, yo. Look how beautiful this joint looks, yo. And look at this, y'all. I'm so upset, yo. Somebody, when I was racing, hit me from the back. I haven't even crashed this bike with a new paint job yet, y'all. Somebody hit me from the back and cracked it up right here, man. You know who you is. You seen watching the video, you know who you is. I ain't that upset though, man, but dang, man, that kind of, you know, jinked me up. Cause I was like, my drink was looking like, you know, Sunday's best, man, until this right here. I'm sure it's an easy little fix, but still, that sucks. Anyway, I gotta clean this bike. It's a little dirty. But I got the little Starlane lap timer right here, the OG joint that I had on my KTM RC390 when I was crashing it, Chuck Walla all the time. You know, nothing crazy. I think these are still the stock levers, I think, even too. But nothing really crazy done to it, y'all. You know, I got the full, what is it, the Graves Yamaha full exhaust joint. I don't know if y'all can see the pipes turning blue up in there. But yeah, y'all, you know what I mean? Mostly cosmetic stuff and like necessary stuff, like the rear sets that I had to get to raise the pegs up. Suspension, it's got Öhlins front and rear, I believe. And you know, nothing too crazy. This ain't no crazy fast cheater bike. You know, actually this joint's really slow, man. I think on a dyno it only did like 108 horsepower. You know what I mean? So I gotta get this joint a little bit faster. This joint's cool though. You know, I got the little Öhlins steering stabilizer. I'll just be getting busy racing with this joint. But yeah, y'all, those are all of my bikes, man. Check them out, all 10 of them. And I don't do my bikes dirty. They do not sit inside the garage. They don't sit outside. You know where they sit at? They would be in my bedroom if I could, you know what I mean? If my bedroom wasn't on the second level. But they stay right inside the house, yo. I don't play no games. My baby sit right in my crib in the AC. You know what I mean? Out of the sun, out of the elements. Like I said, that's my addiction. You know, all these bikes that I got. I need to chill, man. I really need to chill. But I love motorcycles. I really do, man. You know, so that's why, you know, I got all of them. But you know what's crazy, y'all, is every single bike that I have, I could justify it, you know what I mean? Like, I got this for the classes, like this for the wheelie classes, this is for the go-kart tracks, this is for me practicing in the parking lots, this is my race bike, you know what I mean? That bike, you know, I'm just keeping because I'm not gonna get rid of my uncle's, you know, bike, man. I keep that joint forever, you know what I mean? These two little joints is my little mini Harleys, my little adventure bikes. Actually, I got a brand new front fork kit that I'm about to put on my joint. This is my little brother's joint, and this is my joint. You can tell my joint's a little bit cleaner. But I'm about to put some front forks on this, and they got like a front and rear, like a little mesh, not a mesh, a metal table thing to go on the front and rear, you know, to make it like a real little adventure bike, you know what I mean? So that'd be cool, man. I'm about to make a whole bunch of more YouTube videos showing y'all everything. I think probably once I get back from Spain is when I'll start cranking them out with the Coleman mini bikes and stuff. Bunch of cool little videos. But yeah, 3 more days I'm going back to Spain, y'all, you know, so I figured I'd whip all my bikes out. I wanted to show y'all all the bikes that I got. Oh wait, one thing, y'all, there's no way I can end this video without cranking every single bike up and hearing the symphony, the beautiful symphony, you know what I mean? And they're gonna hear it too, and so will they. But y'all gotta hear this, man. I've always wanted to do this, yo, crank up all 10 of my bikes and hear what they sound like. Well, the little yellow one doesn't start right now, like I said, because I don't got gas in it. Got no gas, and because I was gonna worry about that later, because 2 strokes, you put the oil and the gas in there and you leave it in there for a couple months and then it gets clogged up. So I was like, I'll wait till I can, you know, really ride it to, you know, crank that up. But I'm gonna crank up every single other one. So we're gonna have 9 bikes going at once, y'all. That's my biggest pet peeve, y'all. When you watch these like these dudes on YouTube and stuff showing, oh, Yamaha R6, you know, exhaust, new exhaust, and they be revving the bike up. Man, if you don't rev that, if you don't redline that bike, man, you know what I mean? Man, that's one of my biggest pet peeves, yo. So every time I make a video with my bikes or my exhaust or whatever, I run, you like that? Yeah, yo. I let them hear it, yo, you know what I mean? You got to. It's a motorcycle, you know what I mean? So, let's just do it, all right? And before it gets too hot out this joint, let's go. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and start the little bikes up first. Start with this little fitty right here. This thing doesn't have a little exhaust tip protector thing on the end to make it quiet, so it's gonna be a little bit louder than usual. This one no idle, no problem. Look, I ain't had to hit the gas. This bike's electric start right here, so it's easy to crank up. Turn the key on, see. There we go. Crank this baby up. That is loud, yo. All right, now we got the CBR 600 RR. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the battery's probably dead. Yep. Whoa. Coleman CT200 Stage 1 kit. This thing's a full start. guys like this, and I hope nobody calls the police on me. All right, let's go. All right, y'all, we got all the bikes going. Only bike we're missing is the 150 right now. I gotta crank it up. Let's see. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, it smells beautiful right now, y'all. I probably done knocked a couple days off my life breathing this stuff in, y'all. Anyway, y'all, before I get the police call me for these 10 bikes going in my backyard, I'm gonna end the video off here. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Peace out.